After rumors ever since the end of the NBA Finals, which was not too long ago, Bradley Beal was in conversations to be traded from the Washington Wizards, and he was either going to get traded to the Miami Heat or the Phoenix Suns, and finally, as of today, he has been traded and has been to the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix over the past year has not been shy to make some major moves, and it has not stopped today because they have traded for Bradley Beal in exchange for Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, multiple second round picks, and a multiple pick swaps. We do not know the full details yet, or at least I don't. Maybe by the time this video comes out we do. I might put it up on the screen right now, but I do not know the exact amount of second round picks or pick swaps that are in this deal. But as of right now, Chris Paul and Shamet and some picks are what it took for the Wizards to send off Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns. First, I'm going to talk about the Washington Wizards in this deal. I don't know, because this is only getting Chris Paul and Landry Shamet, who are, obviously nowhere near the level of Bradley Beal, but they weren't going to get that, especially with Bradley Beal's contract. And that does lead me into my point with the Washington Wizards. I do like where they're going with their franchise. They are finally going to hit the rebuild, I'm assuming, and maybe even trade KP, maybe some other pieces, and finally go full rebuild, which they have completely denied to do over the past couple years, and they just decided to be mediocre with Bradley Beal and some other pieces around him. Finally, they get rid of him, and finally they are looking to hit the full rebuild button. And also, they finally got rid of his absolute horrible contract, which, if you did not know, was 5 years, $250 million. That man Beal was getting paid $250 million for, he's a great player, averaged 30 points per game one season, and this year obviously didn't match that points per game average, but he still played very good and was actually a pretty underrated player this year. But man, $250 million, I don't think Bradley Beal is a player I want to pay that to. And this contract ends in 2027, and 2026 is a player option, I believe, which, if he doesn't take that player option, he's crazy. That player option's $57 million, and if he doesn't take that, it'll be crazy. So this contract is going to end in 2027. And the Suns, if they want to keep him around, have to pay this man next year $46 million, in the year after $50 million, the year after $53 million, and his player option, which I'm 100% he's going to take, $57 million. Like, this man Bradley Beal, his contract is going up and up and up as it goes. This man is going to get paid. Congrats to him and his family and everything, but my gosh, the Suns just traded for Bradley Beal, is getting paid an insane amount of money. And with Devin Booker, after this coming up season, he's an unrestricted free agent, and with them already paying Bradley Beal a ton of money, this man Booker, I believe, I don't know what y'all think, but I believe Booker's the better player. I think they're going to want to pay Booker, but with Bradley Beal on their team, and Kevin Durant, I don't know if they're even going to be able to do that. And Kevin Durant's contract doesn't end until 2026. That man gets paid $40 million, $49 million, and then $53 million. They are paying a ton of money for this big three, and it's a good big three. But last year's dynamic duo of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker didn't even get them to the Western Conference Finals. And Bradley Beal adding onto this team with, a very horrible bench, I don't know if this team is actually as good as people might make it out to be. Is it a super team? Is it not a super team? I don't really know. I don't think it is, because super teams act like, for example, a super team is like that Kevin Durant-led Warriors team in 2017-2018, where it was Steph, Clay, Draymond, Kevin Durant, of Sean Livingston. I don't know if Sean Livingston was still on the team at that time. I believe he was. Andre Iguodala, like JaVale McGee, like just solid pieces all around, and they knew the roles and did them to perfection. This team does not have those type of players. This team has Josh Okogie, who's, pretty decent. Torrey Craig, okay, and then from there on, it's just like Damian Lee, Jock Landale, Ish Wainwright, who had his moments, I guess. They just traded Landry Shamet, Cam Payne, Bismack Biyombo. TJ Warren showed flashes, but he's not been very healthy as of late. Saban Lee, like, this team's bench is not good at all. Like, this is just, they have a pretty good four with, of course, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, DeAndre Ayton, who DeAndre Ayton might get shipped out, maybe for some depth. So maybe DeAndre Ayton is their piece to get some depth on this team, which they so desperately need. But as of right now, they do not have it. And their front four of Ayton, Booker, Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal, that is incredible. Like, that is a great starting lineup, and I believe they'd start Josh Okogie as well along those guys in the starting five. I think this team is still pretty good though. I think they need to work on their depth incredibly. Like, they need to trade DeAndre Ayton and get some depth pieces right now, because right now this depth and this bench is really bad. And as we've seen in the past, this type of format doesn't really work. I mean, with Kevin Durant, the Nets with James Harden, him and Kyrie, that did not really work. Last year's Suns didn't really work. I mean, it was their first season together, so I'm not going to expect it to be a championship immediately, but it didn't even get them to the Western Conference Finals like people expected. But this team is still pretty solid. I'm not just going to overlook them because they're a horrible bench. I think they will work on that most definitely. But for the Miami Heat, a team that was trying to get Bradley Beal in this Bradley Beal sweepstakes that is now over, what is up next for them? And I think it is Damian Lillard. I think they go after Damian Lillard from here on out. Even if they don't get him, they attempt to get him at any means possible, because Dame, obviously the better player than Bradley Beal. But as of right now, I didn't know Bradley Beal's value was as low as it was, where it can only get you Chris Paul, Shamet, and some second round picks and a pick swap. That's what got you Bradley Beal. Like, that is a bargain if I've ever seen it. And for the Suns, I didn't really grade the Suns trade, their side of the trade. I'd give it like a B plus or a B, maybe even a B minus, somewhere in the B's. I don't know, because Bradley Beal's a great player, all-star level for sure. But is he worth $250 million? No, he is not. And they're not paying him that full amount, but they're, paying a lot of it. And their bench still sucks. They only give Chris Paul and Shamet some second round picks. That is still a great deal for them. But as of right now, this did not help their depth. It gave them another star, which is great and all. But as we learned in the past, more stars on a team doesn't always mean championship. But for the Miami Heat though, getting onto them, I do think they need to go for Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame looks like he's more and more intrigued into the idea of the Trailblazers trading him. Now for the Blazers, I don't know if they're gonna trade him. There's been a lot of rumors over the past couple of weeks with the draft picks. Are Blazers gonna trade their third round pick and Anthony Simons to pair a star alongside Dame? Who's gonna draft Brandon Miller? Who's gonna draft Scoot Henderson? Is it gonna be the Hornets? Are the Hornets looking to trade that pick? Or is Zion on the move? Like, a whole lot of deals have been rumored around the past couple weeks. If they do go down, I'm gonna make a video immediately like I am with this trade. But as of right now, I think the Miami Heat do look to trade for Damian Lillard if they want to keep their championship aspirations alive, with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo still on the roster and everything. And with Damian Lillard, that is going to cost you a ton, so it's probably going to be Tyler Hero, I don't know, Nikola Jovic, something like that, some picks. They're going to need to give up a ton of stuff for Damian Lillard. And in my opinion, I think the Blazers should go for that. I mean, they have this third overall pick. If the Hornets do pick Brandon Miller and they don't trade that pick at all, I think Scoot Henderson is an incredible steal at the third pick in the draft. He can go first in any other draft class. If they're able to get him at 3, that is incredible, and they can build around him. He's going to be their new Damian Lillard type player, and they can ship off Dame, get some more picks, some other pieces around Scoot and Anthony Simons, or maybe they do trade Anthony Simons, I don't know. But they build around Scoot and everything. I like the idea of Dame getting traded to the Miami Heat, in my opinion. But for the Wizards and Suns, this Bradley Beal trade is crazy, and this offseason has not slowed down at all with the Zion rumors, the draft picks, who's going to trade them, who's going to pick them, who are they going to pick, and with the draft just around the corner, we're probably going to see more trades or more talks about trades or something. I don't know. We're going to see something. But for the Wizards, I give this deal like I don't know, because they did get rid of Bradley Beal's contract, which is an enormous W in my opinion. But they did not get much in return, not even with draft picks. So I'd probably give it like a B. I think it was a pretty good deal. They got rid of Beal's contract finally, and they're heading in the right direction. But they just didn't really get much in return, which probably is what they're looking for if they want to rebuild. But I was expecting at least getting draft picks. And for the Phoenix Suns, I'd probably give this like a B minus to a C plus, honestly, because I'm going to go with the C plus, because Bradley Beal is a great player, and they do still have opportunity to build on their bench depth. But it's just the fact that more stars doesn't always mean a championship, like I said already. And it kind of seems like they think that's how it works, and it's not. If you are looking forward to this offseason, it is already starting off with a bang. Hit hit that like button down below, subscribe button, notification bell, and be notified as soon as I upload, because these trades, these rumors, and everything is going down already. And if you want to be the first to watch my videos when they go down, hit that notification bell and you'll be notified as soon as I upload. And if you agree, disagree, or you're on the fence with what I'm saying, put it down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. Be respectful, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.